Hey, how are you doing today, tonight, wherever you are, anytime, any minute, any second of this day that is beautiful for all of us? Check this little contraption, we'll call it, out. This is something very intriguing. It actually comes, I've already desecrated what was around it. It's all rubber, like that thick. Picture this whole aluminum case, that thick of really rugged rubber, and a little trap door on the bottom, and all it is a lock box. Basically, it's a key lock box. Is what I found on the PCB inside is AE. Don't know really what that is, or I forgot. I can't remember. I looked it up the other night. It's AE-II, which is supposed to be AE-2. But anyways, these are really kind of neat, but how do you get into the thing? I mean, what in the madness? And that's why it's all the rubber's torn off now. Luckily, it wasn't stuck to it, but it was all formed to it. And like I said, just the bottom was open. The bottom would pop open, or however it worked. So then you'd leave. If you had a rent or a house that you have a nice house, and you have contractors coming throughout the day, and that one to lay tile, the other's doing plumbing or flooring, and you know how that is. They're in and out, in and out. And usually it's a vacant house. Well, you don't want to keep giving everyone keys, and then the contractors. That's basically how my business went in Florida when I had my home improvement business. And I mean, they'll have the keys instead. They have the keys locked inside this, and they give you the combination. Or with these, come to find out, there's it's a transceiver that you have, that, because this one is special and with no access whatsoever except for these. And their odd thing is they're isolated. They're a little bent, not too bad though, from original. Slicker though. I eventually got it open. I pulled some screws, pulled it down, pulled his pants down. Oh, you can't say that. And la-da, fla-da. So that's about what it is. But what is going on here? There's some madness. But real simply, we can kind of break it down. It's really super neat, and it's all to do with something simple as this. Basically, it's a coil with once you put any current through your coil here, this is your coil, you have a magnet, permanent magnet. Boop. And depending on which way you have the current, it'll repel or attract this. And depending on how many winds, how thick the wire, how time of day, time of the year, BC, AD, all that jazz mixed in. And this thing, when you put some small voltage to this, it is not coming apart, or sometimes it'll go flying across the room. Pretty neat, actually. I'll show you quick. I got 18 volts here on the hopper, the old hopper power supply going, and hopefully you can hear it snap. Just to show you quick on a real easy to look at gimmick. Oh, it's gonna be a dud. Always a dud. I just had it snapping with the spring. Let's see if I can get it. Do something. Yeah, real good. Real good. Oh yeah. There you. Woo. Hear it? Bang. Bing. Now I'm talking, I'll put 5 volts on the power supply. Oh, this thing's slow today. 5 volts on the hopper. And, oh, where's my mirror? There's my mirror. I can show it. Oh, fumbled the mirror. Ain't good. See if you can see that. 5 volts. 5 volts. Where'd it go? It's up. It's there. 5 volts. So you can trust me. Trust is assured. It's attached. Oh, I got it. But it's pretty strong. It's only 130 milliamps. Now put 7 volts. Oh, that came off. Oh yeah, that's where it's getting tough. You put about 200 milliamps into that, 0.2 of an amp, and it's not likely that's going to be coming out here, which is nice to use. This is using the same thing now. Let me boost this contactor out of here. So I wasn't sure. I was figuring this is some type of coil. The odd thing is trying to figure the voltage. I got 63 there. That's what I got off the capacitor. You can see it's got that conformal coating. I think it's just a lacquer, a clear lacquer, acrylic lacquer, basically a clear coat that they spray on it. Just if you're ever doing anything outside, that's perfect. Have that conformal coating. Just basically it's a can of lacquer. Just spray over everything. Because you know, if you put it in a container, you're going to get moisture unless it has holes, and if it has holes, you're going to get varmints and vomit and everything else in there. But anyways, the chip here is, it's a load cell. I'll read it. I got it right here. It's a newest products, and it's a TE connectivity FX29 compression load cell operational. Bang it as you go down the road chip, probably with an op amp. This is some type of coil that's running it, and like I said, the odd thing is that that's at 63 volts because that chip runs at 5 volts. Anyway, I got my power supply. Let me turn it up. I gotta be up around 20 volts, that way you can hear it too. Actually 20 volts, probably not even. I think just over 15. That should snap. And if you hit the two things right at the end of my thumb there, right there and right there, you'll see the two little wires. See if I can get on them. Now that coating, I got to get through that coating too. So you got to push. Oh yeah, see it pop? So if you have the code, it pops. Now that's if you would have the code for that one, that end, if you were the homeowner or, ow, it's got me, or the landlord or whoever, the rental agent, whatever, that's handing out the keys. Instead of, again, having 20 keys that you know you're not getting back at the end of the job. I can't tell you how many keys I still have, and I was good about giving the keys back. Just, you were done, and then you just never seen the person again, and something. It's the way it goes. But you just push it, it'll lock right back in, and it just returns back. But there's also one down in here to release, because here's where the key would be. This is what, if you release that, the bottom would come out and your keys would drop for you. Let me get this thing up here so you guys can see it good. Oh, that conformal coating's brutal, but basically it's gonna be, if you can see the bottom here, see the wires. This is 2 wires actually, and they run right up into here. And these 2 wires run, basically, there's a really cool cylindrical, I'll pop it out and show you quick, contactor right down in, not contactor, basically a coil. It's like a pinned coil though. It's kind of really neat. Let's pop it. Pop it top, like a top pop. And the other thing that's really wacky is with that rubber around the outside protectant, because again it's hanging against the door, locked to the doorknob, hanging against the door. You don't want it banging and marking everything up after you just had all that work done. These actually do not, I wonder if there's something that you can connect to these, because they do come in to the side here. You see where it still spins there, still spins on the board right here. And it does connect into the resistor there, and then this one over here comes into the resistor, this one for, yep, just below that transistor. Anyway, let me hook that up. I'll show you. This, the bottom will fall right off. Look, it's not falling, not falling. Gotta get it. Whoop! It's like magic. How'd you do that? The birch. Put it back. Snaps right back in. Da, 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 da. See how it's actually kind of really neat. Actually, if you ask me, we'll do it one more time. Whoosh! And you're dropping 2,000 feet with only water below you. But that doesn't matter because it'll kill you because it's way too far to fall in the water anyway. But no, that's fantasy land. Anyways, the pin, actually I lied. I can't pull it out because if I do, I will lose my shirt. Basically, I will lose the contact. I'll have to cut the wires. If you see down in there, which you're not going to be able to see, but it does go right into the pin. I can slide it out a little bit, maybe. Not even that. It won't let me. Oh, I thought it would. I had to have all the screws and everything out. You guys don't want to wait for that. Let me pop the top one, and I think it'll release this one more time, but yep, that one's out and open. One more time. Make sure you get a good shot in the shot. Boink. Bloink. And that's her. Pretty cool. I don't know, different load cell technology basically is what it is. But yeah, that's what it is. This bottom would pop out. Here's where the keys would be. And it has some warning about if you don't put the keys back, the homeowner can key code will come out and they'll chain you to a tree for the next 8 months, and then you're stuck there. So even after they sell the house, they don't care. No, I have no idea what they do, but yeah, the key's in there, and there you go. So yeah, there you have a couple keys, one for the front door, one for the back door, one for the garage around the, I mean, you could be talking, you know, some big houses or even estates going on. But yeah, that's about it. That's a contactor, that's that, and that's this. And as you know, thanks guys, like, subscribe, do me a huge favor if you would, and all I ever ask of anyone, nothing more than just please show me that you care by subscribing. That's all I ask, and that would be all I'll need to keep me happy.